Here we will study history in relation with geography. Now there is a confusion here. Why you want to study geography in history? So the role of geography in history is that there are huge mountains, somewhere deserts, somewhere there are river valleys, somewhere there are plateaus, coastal areas. So this is our geography. And this geography affects or influences the history of our country and the other countries also. So these mountains or plains or plateau or ocean or seas, they have a great influence in the forming of our history. So we will understand history through these four geographical time frame. That is, the first is northern mountains or the great Himalayas, the northern plains, the Deccan plateau, the ocean and the seas. So in India, because of this geographical variation, the history of our country is full of richness and different diversities. So now we will study about the northern Himalayas, that is the northern mountains which is called as Great Himalayas. Here you can see the map of India and it shows the different geographical features of India which has influenced our country to a great extent, influenced the history of our country to a great extent. Now, the Great Himalayas are the northernmost mountain ranges of the Himalayas, and some of the world's highest peaks are located in the mountain range. The Great Himalayas acts as a natural barrier or a natural boundary between India and Central Asia. They check the movements of invaders in the past. Means it was very difficult for the people to cross the Himalayas and come and enter into India. But there are low-lying points in between the mountains which are called as passes. Pass, P-A-S-S-E-S. Passes means the gap between the low-lying areas of mountains from where the people used to travel from one area to the other. Then they cross the mountains through these passes. And they have traveled to India frequently. They are travelers. They used to travel to India because you must have heard that India was very rich and prosperous in the past. So people used to come for either for trading, either for learning, either for getting education, or either for visiting our country to understand our culture. So people of many countries have passed through these northern mountains and entered our India, and with them they have brought different diversities and different cultures and different habits also, children, customs and habits, and which have made our culture very richer. So the second point is the northern plains, where there are extensive rivers. Below the Great Himalayas, a vast plain lies in between the Indus River and the Ganga River. So this Ganga River and Indus River has made our extensive plains of India, which is very, very fertile due to the alluvium brought down by these two main rivers. And these two rivers has also served a purpose for people. You know, children, people in the olden days used to settle near the river, and the reasons were that river provided sufficient water for their needs. Our basic needs are satisfied with water only. So for that, people used to go near a river or find a river and settle down there. And so most of our civilization, ancient civilization like the Indus Valley civilization, like the Chinese civilization, like the Egyptian civilization, you will find mostly near the river valleys, as water is the most essential need for human beings and it provides the basis of the other activities also. So people settled down near the river. They could grow the crops easily. They could use river as a means of transportation. So the northern plains are rich in soil also, and rich in the civilization also. So many powerful kings, many powerful people used to settle near the river, and that is why the northern plains are considered as the most populated area of our country, as there is a good transport network, favorable climatic conditions, fertile soil, and the most important is availability of water. The third is the Deccan Plateau. That is, the Deccan Plateau is separated from the northern India by the Vindhya and the Satpura range. Here in the map, if you see in your atlas, children, here you cannot be able to see it, I think so clearly, but when you see the atlas, in that India map is given, and you can understand that first will come northern mountains, second will come the northern plains, and there are mountain ranges below the northern plains, that is the Vindhya and Satpura ranges, and there it starts the Deccan Plateau. So this Deccan Plateau is rich in mineral resources, and many powerful regional kingdoms like the Cholas, the Cheras, and the Rashtrakutas have flourished here. These are the names of the different kingdoms which were there in India. And the Deccan Plateau, as I told you, it was rich in mineral resources. So good kingdoms and good kings used to rule over there. And the fourth is the oceans and the seas. See, India is a peninsula. Peninsula means the three sides of South India. You can see in the map here. The south of India, which is inverted shape, triangle, inverted triangle. It is surrounded by three seas: Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, and Indian Ocean in the south. So these three oceans and seas make India a peninsula. Peninsula means what? A land which is covered by water on all the three sides. So you can see in the west Arabian Sea, to the east Bay of Bengal, and to the south is the Indian Ocean, and that is why the land of South India, that is the inverted triangle, you can see the South India, is also called as a peninsula. So this peninsula region is very favorable, and it is a coastal region, means we can have good transportation through these seas and oceans, and the earlier people, that is earlier rulers, have established prosperous and powerful empires in this area, and they had a good and thriving business, means prosperous business relations with the other countries through this navigation. Means people used to send the goods by the ship or the boats through the other countries through this ocean and sea, and so there was powerful kingdoms have been established in the past. So the geography of India has helped to develop a richer history of India. So let us quickly summarize the role of geography which has influenced the history of our country, India. Geography plays a vital role in the history of India. All people living in India are greatly influenced by our country's geographical features. Their lifestyle, dresses, food, and languages are all influenced by these geographical features. So geography is very important to study the history of our country. For example, people living in hot regions like Rajasthan naturally wear cotton clothes, while people living in Kashmir wear woolen clothes. So I hope you have understood our topic, geographical time frame, that is the importance of geography.